Public hearing to, on this year's budget for 2016, 2017 to order. We don't have to do roll call, do we, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should, so we know.
Okay, all right. Roll call.
President Byrne,
Here.
Trustee Williams,
Here.
Trustee Grebe,
Here.
Trustee Cook,
Here.
Trustee Marquardt,
Here.
Trustee Schultz,
Here.
Trustee Hebda.
Okay, got a quorum present. Anybody from the public want to ask any questions about the Vernon Hills budget for this fiscal year?
I think closed off.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you put the total number in the minutes, so.
What's the total number? 29 something?
The total number as revised is $27,329,643.
Okay.
Is that even money?
One of us is.
Even money.
It's even money, all right.
All right, okay. Since there's no public comments, do I need a motion to adjourn the public hearing then if I took?
You just say you closed.
Can wait.
All right, well, the public hearing's closed. All right,
Done.
okay.
For the records of the minute, Trustee Hebda did.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
See, everybody remembered him except me. I left it sitting on the
Oh,
counter.
It's all right. Yeah, thanks. Oh, my God. Gonna get pinked out here.
Well, just wait. You haven't seen anything yet, Grandpa.
Well, I'm not complaining because I just bought like a board meeting to order. Roll call, please.
President Byrne,
Here.
Trustee Hebda. Here. Trustee Williams,
Here,
Trustee Grebe,
Here.
Trustee Cook,
Here.
Trustee Marquardt,
Here.
Trustee Schultz.
Here.
We have a quorum. I just want to turn my phone off. Everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, are there any citizens that wish to address the board tonight on anything other than what's on committee of the whole? You two want to say anything? Sure? Got a question? You'll get extra credit at school. Or with your troop, right?
Yeah.
But you want to state your name for the record? State your name for the record.
Troop 273.
No, your name.
Your name.
Oh, my name, Thomas Rose.
Okay. You live in town?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where?
I live in the subdivision, actually.
Hawthorne Club?
Yep.
That's good enough.
We're here from our troop. We're actually working on our communications merit badge right now. For one of the requirements, we have to attend a public meeting and take notes on what goes on there.
Right. There's been others before you.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, over the years.
You
You
came up to speed.
Yeah.
though.
Did you
That's
get-
extra.
that's right. Did you get a copy of the agendas that's over there on the side?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so you got those.
Did you fold it up and put it in your pocket?
No.
He's got it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Tommy's a very smart student.
Yes, he is.
He is a
Yeah.
good kid.
Gonna follow right
Did I
along.
say he
Oh,
wasn't?
No, you did not.
Okay. Anything else you want to inquire?
Trustee Hebda and I can both vouch
Yeah, we
for
can
it.
vouch for Tom.
Yeah.
What grade you?
7th.
Can't believe it.
7th grade.
I am last
Maybe
year.
my wife could vouch for
Your
him.
wife
That's
probably
right.
could. Who's your partner in crime over there with the other?
Evan Chen, he's also in
Evan.
my troop.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Okay.
I'm 13.
Oh, yeah, I could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Not by much, though. That's okay.
You want to state your name for the record?
My name is Evan Chen.
You got to pull the
Evan
mic.
John?
My
Chin?
name is Evan Chen.
Chen.
Evan Chen.
Okay. Is that all you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay, you two are excused.
If you come back, though, the next board meeting, you can get the minutes, and both of your names will be in there.
Well, you can watch Channel 4, you'll see yourselves on TV.
That's true, too.
You know, you'll have photographic or video evidence of your presence here. Okay, first item is Arbor Day proclamation. Arbor Day 2016 proclamation, Village of Vernon Hills, a Tree City, USA. Having recognized the economic, aesthetic, and environmental value a thriving community forest brings to its residents and visitors, the Village of Vernon Hills has and continues to be committed to reforestation of the land within its corporate boundaries and to prudent management of its existing forest resources. Village of Vernon Hills shall continue to enhance its reforestation and forestry management policies and practices, and shall continue to dedicate financial resources over and above, Tree City USA requirements. The Tree City USA flag shall be flown at the Public Works Building on Arbor Day, April 29th, 2016, to honor those residents and volunteers who have participated in the program of activities sponsored by the village. Be it therefore resolved, I, Roger Byrne, President of the Village of Vernon Hills, do hereby proclaim that the Village of Vernon Hills shall officially observe Arbor Day on Saturday, May 14th, and encourage citizens to participate in appropriate activities and to take advantage of the benefits of the parks and other natural areas in our communities. Dated this 5th day of April, 2006. Okay, so Dave, what do we have planned?
So it's Arbor Day, and I guess it's appropriate to have something at the Arbor Theater. So we'll be planting trees out there. We do work with the local Boy Scout troop. They've helped us in past years, and we also want to showcase the stream bank stabilization around the arbor of the Arbor Theater. So we've completed last year. It's been replanted. I think it's going to look really nice this spring when everything finally does bloom. So yeah, the event is May 14th, and if people want to come out and help us or watch us plant a tree, we'll be at the Arbor Theater.
Good. Is the Park District doing something too? Maybe.
They used to give out trees.
They used to get free.
Yeah, I don't know when their event is planned for, so I don't have.
What time are you planning?
So we'll, 9 o'clock is the start time.
Okay. And that's on the bulletin board and
Yes,
website? Okay.
it is.
All right, yeah, and you know, who was I, anyway, of course, we're planning how many more, trees to replace the ash trees in town this year?
So we'll be planting another, just for the ash trees, we're planting about 350, and then we have other trees that we'll be planting in the fall. That's probably closer to 150
Okay,
in the
that'll
fall.
be
So 500 total this year.
Yeah, that'll be replacing.
Absolutely,
okay.
absolutely.
And what do you, at this point, is there any way we can, encourage and help residents that have them on their property? Because I know it's an expensive proposition.
Yeah, so we've talked to our vendor previously as far as trying to have them carry the price from the right-of-way onto private property, but it truly is apples and oranges,
Right.
because getting into private property and dropping trees is much different than they can just lay them right down into the roadway for us. So what we do is, if they call and there's some vendors who have been certified for ash tree removal, we point them in that direction.
Yeah,
And we encourage vendors to give them good prices.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I know it is tough. I mean, Okay. All right. Next item is Public Works Director, Village Engineer Brown, electronic recycling.
Thank you. It's really two parts. Once we have, one part of it is, there is the Recyclorama on April 16th. That's at the Metro Station. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're partnering with other groups such as Swelco, the Park District, Vernon Township, Senti's office, Link's office. And yeah, it's shredding, and also we will have 3 trailers for electronics recycling. So, the board has approved for some money for that. The larger issue I wanted to provide an update and a request to the board is for the overall electronic recycling. Last time, the report I provided to the board was for that Swelco board had voted not to renew the contract for recycling. And come May 1, we were not going to have any solution for, if you went to drop off your television, no one was going to take it. So the executive committee for Swelco has reconsidered that after conversations with some public works directors and others that have to deal with, as they bring them to our site, what do we do with them? They can't go into the landfill, et cetera. So after that, the Village of Grays Lake, their village board approved of moving forward in up to $20,000 they're willing to put in towards a interim stopgap measure. That would be, it's approximately $62,000 for a renewal with the contractor to carry us through December. So at least we have a solution while we continue to talk about legislation on how we can deal with electronic recycling.
Is that for all 5 sites?
And those sites are planning on continuing to stay open as part of this plan.
The 64,000 covers that?
Yes, yes, and that's not paying for the sites to stay open. It's, as they collect it, it's for someone to take the stuff away from those sites. Those, like Grays Lake and Waukegan, et cetera, they do that as part of their own staff. They provide that service, and we appreciate that they do that. Vernon Hills did that previously, but now we have 3 large trailers of holiday decorations and lights, so we just didn't have the room. But we do appreciate that there is that option. So to keep things moving forward and have an electronic collection through December, we need to pass the hat and come up with $62,000. There's been a request to communities such as Walter Willis, the executive director for Swelco, has reached out to Grays Lake, Gurney, Round Lake Beach, Lake County, ourselves, Volo, Lake Villa, Lindenhurst, and others, and trying to get contributions between $2,000 and $20,000 to keep this going. He's hearing good input from other communities. He didn't tell us a specific number, but my recommendation to the board is if we could, $5,000 put towards this collection. For example, the small collection event that we're having over at the Metro Station, per trailer, it's $3,000. It's not the most economic, efficient way to collect electronics. If we can just have these sites kept open for 6 to 7 months, and we can pay them $62,000 and collect from other member communities, I think that's a better way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, did the municipal league reach out to the 50 or 52 towns in Lake County?
So Swelco has taken the lead on that. There are 46 member communities,
Okay.
and they're shaking the trees and trying to have money fall from it to keep this going. Walter thinks that there's a good likelihood we would be able to keep this going. Some people are in the same situation as us. They're approaching their board for it. Obviously, they need the board to approve that.
Trustee Schultz?
I've been to the Grays Lake site twice to get rid of those 400 and 500 pound TVs that everybody has and that everybody wants to get rid of. They run a very nice operation out there in Grays Lake, and it's not that far away, so I don't know if it would be appropriate to have a motion to direct staff to create the necessary ordinance or whatever to allow for us to budget and or make the contribution out of contingency.
So if the village board approves this, I have money in my public works account. I will find the $5,000 out of this budget year to keep things moving forward, should that be the direction the board would like to go.
Trustee Hebda?
I will second Jim's motion, but I have a question regarding the 16th of April. Heard lots and lots of people are gonna wanna come drop off stuff. So how do you propose staging it so that your cars don't go out onto Route 45? That's my big concern. Because there's talk, people are coming from all over because they don't have a place to drop it off. And I think once those trailers are full, that's it, correct?
That is true.
Okay.
That is true. So we encourage people to get there earlier, so they're in line. We understand that when the 3 trailers are full, we need to cut them off. So we're trying to advertise ahead of time. This is what we're going to do. We're hoping around that same time, there will be another SWALCO board meeting. Should we have enough member communities say yes, then we can start advertising, saying there still is solutions. You can bring it to Grays Lake, you can take it to these other sites. So that's how we're trying to choreograph
Between
this.
now and the 16th.
Yes.
Or after?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, if the word gets out, you might not have as many people.
Yes, so it's a short window. The executive, the meeting for SWALCO is going to be on the 14th. This event is on the 16th. We won't be able to get the word out that quick, but what we can do is at the event say, these sites are still open, so we'll try to market as soon as we
But
can.
as we speak, they're definitely gonna be open till May 1st.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they still can go to Grays Lake and
Yeah,
Waukegan.
well,
and-
maybe we ought to emphasize that, you know. Who has the Saturday hours? I mean, that
Grays
must be-
Grays Lake has Saturday hours till noon, but get there before 11:30 or whatever, because they are backed up
Yeah.
almost on the 120 in that witching hour,
Yeah.
the half hour before
Well, maybe
noon.
we should tell people that too, in some kind of a blast, or get the paper to do some press releases, you know.
Understand your direction. We need to get that word out, and we'll do that.
Yeah, we tell them now, and, you know, and if,
There's nobody open.
yeah, press, with the press,
I mean, it's been in the paper. It's already been
Yeah.
in the paper.
Yeah, the
for
May
the
1st.
16th.
We could
No,
even
the
put it on our
16th
website, though.
April.
oh, for us, yeah, I know
just-
that.
I'm just worried about.
Yeah,
the
but I'm just,
people, yeah.
you know, reinforcing the fact you still got till the 1st, no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I can amend just up to 5,000, that would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second.
So whatever it takes, no more than 5,000, but if, you know, there's 46 communities, everybody kicked in 3,000 already, well, then we'll kick in 3 or whatever. And they'll still have more than enough to keep the program running, so.
Trustee Williams?
I noticed that Grays Lake has already said that they're willing to kick in 20,000.
Yeah.
So I commend them for that point. And while I agree with, the board definitely needs to do this, if they're short, I would hope somebody would come back and let us know, because I think it's important that it stay open. So I don't really want to put a top on it, if you think about that. Just put in the 5,000 for now, but don't top it. Because that
Yeah, well,
would
especially-
create a problem
Yeah.
later on if
Well,
we
I
need to
mean,
go back.
especially the 18 items, not just TVs, I mean, all the chemicals and, you know, paints
yeah,
and
that's a
solvents.
Yeah.
That's a
They
separate
just do-
collection and.
That goes to a
actually-
different, right.
And Grays Lake, I don't believe accepts that.
Yeah, just
They-
electrical.
Yeah, but
they-
I mean, that's 18 things that you can't just dump it in your garbage can.
Correct.
Well,
But
And-
those require they require those special hazmat collections
right.
that are once or twice a year, and
And we'll be having one at our metro station for household chemical waste, and we're marketing that also. That's going to be in May. So
Okay.
we're going to get the word out on all the different recycling opportunities. They're on SWALCO's website as far as what different locations. If they reach our website, we push it out through SWALCO's website, who has all the data for us.
How many trailers do we get for that one with the, you know, the hazardous, you know, chemicals?
It varies from year to year. As we need more, we can have them bring more trailers. Electronics is a little bit different than
it a
household
bulk?
chemical. We can get trailers for that. Electronics recycling is a little bit different. If we don't have a full truck, then they charge us more than $3,000, because if it's half, they don't make as much money off what's inside them.
Love them.
So there's an upcharge.
And then, you know, you got Best Buy, they don't take trade-ins anymore.
Yeah, that whole program's.
It's the same thing with H.H. Gregg and,
Yes. So the big push from a legislative standpoint is trying to get the manufacturers who are required to finance the collection, for them to actually pay to do that. member communities of Swelco have been pitching in the money to keep the program going. Before electronics was profitable and there would be monies gained by having these programs, that is no longer the case. So last year, Swelco paid, it was just shy of $230,000 to keep it going for a year, said that's it. We're not going to do this anymore. Well, everyone talked about it and says, we'll do this one last time through December, but that's it. Then they're going to talk to the legislature about, we have no other solution. We need to put these into the landfill because otherwise people are throwing them into the ditches and open space, et cetera. So we don't want them to go into the landfill. So anything people can do to say we need a solution for electronics recycling, we need to hold the manufacturers accountable, that's what we need to do.
Well, there is a fee, but it's based on the weight of the new item. And the problem is that all the old items weigh 5-10 times as much as the new item,
Yeah.
and therefore the revenues are not sufficient enough to get rid of the old items.
Right. Yeah, and that technology is so different, there's no use for most of the parts what in an old TV.
They're losing money on the televisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a fine kettle of fish, you know, so, all right. Anything else on this? You got a motion, second?
What's
Oh.
the motion?
5,000, up to
5,000.
5,000.
Up to
So we're gonna
5,000.
type it at 5,000?
Well,
or
for
leave
now.
it
For
open?
this go-round.
Yeah.
I have no problem coming back to the well if.
Let's
that's
see
what
who
it
ponies up.
takes. Yeah,
Since the press isn't here, it's not gonna be printed.
Well, that's
you know.
true.
I'll call Mick tomorrow. He was supposed to be here. I got a funny story to tell you.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
who's ponying up?
Their problem. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
And for the record, I'd vote aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Okay, there's no other reports. The next agenda's item is omnibus vote agenda. And is there a motion to approve A through N?
So made, however, I would like to pull F, making it A through E and G through N, and calling for a separate vote on F. And the reason I'm doing that, that is the charitable grant.
All right,
When we did the budget, we approved the resident fund, which was like $192,000. But in the past, we've always had a separate vote on the charitable contributions. And therefore, I'd like to continue that tradition and also give us another opportunity to let the community know what organizations and operations we're making contributions to.
okay. So is there a motion to approve items A through E, G through N?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further comments or questions? If not, roll call.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to approve item F.
Second.
Motion is second. Comments or questions?
Could we read into the record exactly what F is for the television audience?
Okay. Resolution authorizing approval of social service grants for 2016-17. A Safe Place, $5,000. Community Alliance Project, $2,500. Serenity House of Libertyville, $2,500. Youth and Family Counseling, $4,000. PADS, Crisis Services, $5,000. University of Illinois Lake County Extension, $1,000. Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana, Vernon Hills Regional Service Center, $1,000. Fresh Start of Illinois, $3,500. Lake County Center for Independent Living, $2,000. CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocates for Children, $5,000. Senior Issues, et cetera, $1,000. We probably should raise that. No, who controls that? I'm that one, I'm a little vague.
No, that one is, it's a non-for-profit group that comes in and uses cable to be able to communicate to seniors the services that are out there
Yeah.
for them to go through. So they just need that monies to be able to work with our cable equipment to be able to put that out there. Whether it be issues regarding their medical expenses, Social Security, those kinds of things. So it's a total,
Like a Q&A type thing?
right, and it's a total non-for-profit.
Where does it operate at?
It operates out of Libertyville, a gentleman's home, and then he comes and uses our cable network to be able to communicate via.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's
I mean,
really.
So it goes
we
into-
put them on
Yes,
Channel 4.
we put it on Channel 4.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so
All
it
right.
gets out there at least, or they'll go to senior facilities just to say, here's what's
Yeah.
available for you folks to be able to answer your questions. So they're
So it's
just
more
looking,
than just him.
it's more, it's just like 3 people that are seniors that
They
are
just
trying.
keep-
They keep rotating
Their
around,
IT
yeah.
people,
Yep.
among other
Yep.
things. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the total amount that's going to be contributed this year by the village is $32,500. Is there a motion to? Oh, I got it, you already got, yeah, okay. A motion and a second, roll call.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markward?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. We're going into closed session after committee of the whole, right?
Correct.
Okay, any unfinished additional business? Any new business or communications? Anybody got anything? No?
Something new is you're another
I do.
grandfather.
You do, Barb?
No, go ahead.
I said, something new is you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not bringing that up.
You don't have to, we
yeah.
just did.
All right, yeah, my son and my daughter-in-law, they had a baby girl on Sunday at about 10:30 a.m. at Lake Forest Hospital. Everybody's fine, and Isley Marie Byrne is a member of the family now, so.
And a member of Vernon Hills.
And,
That's
yeah,
right,
I already
a resident.
registered her to vote. Because I said, there's something about if you're 17, maybe, I'll do it when she's about 17 months.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, or is it, if you're
Early,
17 and you're gonna be 18 before the election, I
You're
don't.
correct, that's it.
So, okay, all right, thank you. Okay, like, is there a motion do we have to bring anything back off of this? No. All right, is there a motion to adjourn the village board meeting?
So made.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye. Okay, motion carries. I'd like to call the committee of the whole meeting to order. First item is approval of the minutes of the whole meeting minutes of March 16th, 2016.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any comments, questions, deletions, corrections? No? Okay, roll call.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markward?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Motion carries. VHAC concession stand proposed agreement, Village Manager John Calmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. In your packet is a description of the proposal that's been submitted by Mark Peterson. As you will recall, Mr. Peterson has been affiliated with the organization that's operated the concession stand for nearly 13 years. He has come back having founded or is working on forming a new for-profit company called Sports for All, Inc. He's requesting that the village authorize and grant a 3-year concession license agreement to allow Sports for All, Inc. to operate the concession stand during the 4 spring-summer baseball tournaments. At this point, he's not proposing to operate the stand during the weekdays nor for any other tournaments. He's also proposing to pay the village $500 per tournament for the use of the concession stand. This payment would not be made if the tournament is rained out or canceled. Third, as indicated, he owns the equipment that's currently inside the building and is responsible for replacing or repairing it. He is asking that as a part of this agreement that other groups who intend to use the equipment for servicing their tournaments be required to pay a fee to them or to Sports for All for use of the equipment. This is consistent generally with past practices. Mark has typically negotiated those payments with those individual groups. He'll provide the necessary insurances required by our Risk Management Association, and will comply with all Lake County Health Department regulations. He plans to employ a number of children or kids that were part of the Cougar programs over the years. Finally, I would note that the Soccer Association has scheduled a tournament for over Labor Day weekend, and they are proposing to partner with the Lions Club to allow the Lions to operate the concession stand during the tournament as a fundraiser. This will allow the Lions, obviously, to recoup some of the fundraising losses that they will not realize with the cancellation of the circus. If the Lions agree to do this tournament, I've gotten more information here very recently since this was written that, in fact, they do have an agreement. It's recommended that they not be required to pay a fee to Sports for All, Inc. for the use of the equipment. So we're requesting your direction. If you feel it's appropriate, then what we would suggest is a motion to direct the staff to prepare the necessary concession license agreement as outlined above for consideration at the board meeting on the 19th.
Thanks. Trustee Williams.
Did you say they have worked out an agreement with the Lions Club?
That's my understanding, yes. In fact, they're due to come, they're going to come at the next meeting on the 19th to introduce themselves, the Soccer Association, and I believe the Lions are coming with them. So,
My next
Oh,
question.
they're coming to a meeting?
yeah, on the 19th.
So what you're saying is soccer has worked out an agreement with the Lions Club?
Correct.
Not that- Okay.
Right.
Okay. I guess my question is for our astute attorney over there, legal department. Do we have the right to require that a company, which he is now a private company, to donate to the Lions Club? And the reason I say donate is because if we tell them they can't charge the Lions Club for use of their property, can we do that?
Well, I think so, because we're allowing them,
I know we're allowing them to
sorry.
use our building, but is that a condition if we're allowing them to use the building?
well, in that, it'll show up in that agreement, or, I think that's fine
That's
for us
fine.
to do.
I just want to make sure, and we're
I
not
don't have a problem with that.
trotting on anybody's feet over there.
Yeah, we would want to include that as a part of the agreement.
Right. I don't have a problem with it as long as it's
Well, you
legal.
know, the other, this Pipe City tournament, does that go to the organizers of that, the profits from?
No, the food concession is actually operated by American Hotel Register to benefit the Leahy Foundation.
And that
So
goes into a charity?
That's correct,
Mm-hmm.
or the majority of that is, yes.
Because, I mean, these
Great.
guys do okay, I'm sure. Where's the parking money go? Back to the Pipe City?
It goes to Pipe City. Now, again, they reimburse us for our cost. They also pay us a fee to use the facility and the like.
I
So,
mean, for the police and
Correct.
public works?
police, some public works activity related to the striping of the field and some of those things like that. And then there's a fee that's paid for the use of the property.
So what kind of money are we talking from?
Well, I think we're in the last year of the agreement, and then it begins, there's an escalator that's brought into that. So I would guess we're probably talking about something less than $20,000. That's including reimbursements and other fees.
And they're charging, how many lots do they charge that $10 for?
Oh, you know what, I don't know. But I mean, yeah, they do okay.
Well, I'm sure they do. I mean, do they really do okay?
Yeah.
You know? You know? To a fault, you know? Because, why don't we get a little more breakdown on that? I'd like to know what their take was.
We absolutely can do that.
Because those aren't their parking lots, for God's sake.
Correct, right.
And who mans them? Volunteers?
Their staff mans it.
I mean, people that just,
Pipe City's staff.
okay, that follow them around the country?
That's my understanding.
Okay,
It's like a circus in some respects.
okay.
Roadies.
We gotta do background checks on these guys, chief, you know?
They don't sleep on site.
Okay, whoa, that's a good thing. All right, trustee Cook,
In converting this to a for-profit, what does that do? Because in the past, all this concession has always been run by community-based nonprofit. What is there, what's happened to the nonprofit sports programs out there Why are we going to a for-profit as opposed to the nonprofit?
Well, VHCYAA is no more. It concluded operations about a year ago. And since that time, then they've broken up into individual not-for-profits, the baseball, I forget how this grouping is, but there's two groups that have survived from that
Soccer,
group.
lacrosse, baseball, softball,
Right.
and then football.
and-
Football on its own.
So, and they're now not-for-profits on their own. My understanding is none of those groups are interested in running the concession stand. The baseball guys specifically have been asked multiple times about, hey, do you want to take this over? And they've not expressed any interest.
All right, that second question is, I like the inclusion of the Lions. Is there a way we can make that an umbrella clause that anytime one of these organizations comes in and does have a local nonprofit set up to run it, that there either be a waive of the fees or a break, or a break on the fee?
Sure. Because in the original agreement, you also had the ability to reassign the concession stand for a weekend to a different group. We've always done that with Pipe City. So you've always had that condition as a part of it, and I would envision that will be included. There'll be some replication of that previous agreement, so you'll have the ability to do that. We can add that additional clause in there if you'd like. So I don't think that'll be a problem at all.
Trustee Markwart.
Yeah, we've done it before where we've actually had somebody come in and Mark said no problem. He's done it for 13 years. To be honest, I don't know why he does it. It's a lot of work. You have to take a look at the individual that he has to go get the food. And I know with last year with soccer, it was rained out, so he was stuck with food. So in saying that, he's put a lot of time and effort in there. The equipment's his and stuff. He's done it for 13 years. I would like to say yes to
You want to make the motion?
motion.
Second.
Subject to,
Yeah, you'll direct
Direct
the staff
staff
to. and then-
Yeah.
yeah,
Create the necessary-
based on Tom's comments and,
And Tom's comments and also comments that you brought up, the lines.
Right.
Trustee Schultz.
Yeah, I'm not keen on a for-profit, but on the other hand, I have a certain amount of knowledge that goes with the Stampedes, the Mundelein organization, and no one wants to, you can't get people to volunteer, you gotta penalize them. It just, no one wants the concession stand that badly, so if somebody's willing to do it on a part-time basis, which is basically what this is turning out to be. I mean, it won't be open Monday through Friday, so to speak, unless there's a tournament or something.
He's got some vending, who owns the vending machines?
He
So, the pop and water.
So in terms of trying to answer your question and Trustee Cook's question, as far as if he is charging for a non-for-profit group that may use his equipment, the equipment in there, he owns the refrigerator. There's an ice maker. I think the original cost of an ice maker might be in the $2,000 range. There's the rotisserie hot dog machine, and then there's a nacho machine. Those are the pieces of equipment that he allows others.
Microwave or anything?
And maybe a microwave. I don't think there's much more than that. If we wanted to, we could actually try to purchase that equipment from him, and then we could let non-for-profits use it at no charge, and it would probably save some money, so.
Yeah, but do you want to go in there on Monday and clean it? Because you know that they're going to leave it a mess, and you wind up having to clean it.
Oh, I'm perfectly comfortable with doing it like how church groups do, is when someone goes in there, say he has it for 4 weeks, at the end of that, we can open it up for other people, have a key available, that person can use it. When they're done, we check and it's clean, and the next group comes in.
Are there
But-
some vending machines? My granddaughter was,
Pop machines.
is there?
Are they outdoor?
There are some outdoor pop machines.
In water.
There's two different vending machines. So, and we have talked to Pepsi-Cola and other vendors. They said that they would set up vending machines for us, and as owners, they would stock it, and we would get a profit for it. on cases like that, they would have the big caged machines to prevent vandalism. But, you know, that may be also a solution in addition to have a concessionaire. If Monday through Friday, when there's not an event going there, people may want to pop, and we have a vendor who may be interested in doing that.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't impact this proposal. It'd just be in addition to that.
And I just wanted to clarify, I asked my question, yeah, I agree with you. I think Mark's done an outstanding job over the years. I was just making sure that we weren't leaving some other group out that perhaps was interested in that, because
Well, we could
he's
put a-
he's done
That's-
just a great job,
And
so.
also to answer for the cleaning, he usually has Mary, I guess it's Mary Maids, that comes in and does a clean.
Yeah.
He'll do in the fall. What's happened though too, you gotta make sure communications, because when there's no water, we shut off the water.
Well, who's certified though? Is Mark certified, you know, through the health department?
He needs to
Right.
go through that certification,
He
yes.
is, I
Right.
believe he is
It's a
certified.
requirement.
Well, you know,
He's indicated that he is.
yeah,
I
So-
was gonna say, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he is, yeah.
you know, because I know there's even like if, you know, if you got, does he have, you know, the CO2 type cylinders, or you got cans?
He used to, not anymore.
You got cans of stuff and
Yeah.
bottles?
Yeah,
of
bottles.
They do it by the
So it's
bottle.
gotta be elevated so many inches off of the ground and all that.
Goes in a-
Yeah, he's selling,
It all goes in the cooler?
Well, what he has, their stacks, and he has a cooler that's for the pop.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, the popping water before it goes in the cooler's in there.
yes, no fountains, just the bottles.
Yeah, well, you just gotta,
And we do have a couple of soda machines out there right now,
Yes.
okay? As long
they're
as,
not caged.
Well, do we
They're not
have those, or
Who
they
has
belong to him?
Who, yeah, who
I mean, it's-
operates them?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know who we've had those out there previously. We do not have them out there right now.
Oh.
I'm proposing that we would add vending machines out there.
yeah, that
And then
needs
the
to be.
vendor would cage it off.
Yeah,
Yeah, the vendor would, it'd be a turnkey operation. We would get the profit off it. They fill it. We get a certain percentage of it. But then at least we're supplying drinks for people when there's no concessionaire out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
right.
Okay.
So that needs to be part of the agreement then too, is that allowing the village to install up to 2 machines?
Where would you put the machines? I think,
They used to be on the north side of the bathrooms.
is there, we do this too, I think, in the pinwheel, is there a possibility to put something there?
We'd have to look at what the electrical services are in that area. It's a little bit less power in that area. Closer to the concession building, we've got better power. But
Okay. All right, so there's a first, a second, and then the second agrees with the first and all the various amendments or
Agree to that.
additional bullet points.
Exactly.
All right. Everybody good on this?
Minutes tomorrow.
Okay, roll call.
Trustee Schultz.
Aye.
Trustee Markwart.
Aye.
Trustee Cook.
Aye.
Trustee Grebe.
Aye.
Trustee Williams.
Aye.
Trustee Hebda.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, next is X Factor trampoline concept presentation for a special use permit for children's recreational facility to be located at 730 Lakeview Parkway, formerly Nostalgia Home Fashions. Where is that? What is this, like office warehouse?
That's correct, Your Honor. The existing space is approximately 49,000 square feet, with approximately 7,551 square feet of office. That's the current,
How many square feet?
total of 49,303 square feet.
Yeah.
Office space itself is 7,551 square feet.
Yeah.
And then the warehouse space, which will be utilized by Export Trampoline, that will be, that is the 41,752 square feet.
Burn up to 1,000 gallons.
This is in the Continental Executive Park, which require,
What's their neighbors?
their neighbors are the Glacier Ice Arena and the local police station.
And the
Larry,
police department.
Mark
The
is really
police
happy.
department.
Don't worry, we'll keep a close eye on them.
Or is the Y there?
No, the Y is not so well.
Why,
Thank
it's
you.
the, what, ice rink, Y, nostalgia, and
And
then,
then us.
Right. So nostalgia
really
one
the-
side and the police department on the other.
Just watch. things
Glacier
that
isn't
jump in there.
next to them. Glacier is 2 doors down from them.
well, yeah, but it's kind of
That's
like
Rainer over there.
a children's paradise
Yes,
there.
it is.
Are you including the police department?
You know, within reason.
I was thinking
you
that,
know.
but I was gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Is the blast zone
Zone's
still open?
there.
It is, it is. It's very similar to the blast zone, however, this will be more heavily focused on large-scale trampolines as well as tactical laser tag. Involved with the trampolines, I mean, these trampolines take up large amounts of floor space and incorporate multiple different types of trampoline-related activities, including basketball, dodgeball, foam pits, other things of that nature. The blast zone is a lot more foam pits and more activity related, and it's a lot more, they have a maze, they've got a kind of climbing type obstacle
Do these
course.
guys got like PowerPoint, or are they just gonna show us pictures? Well, you
can't see
can,
from
well,
there.
you're gonna get up before we're done here, you know? So why don't you get comfortable up here, you know?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, village trustees. I'm Rick DeLille, and on behalf of the ownership group for 730 Lakeview Parkway, we're here to,
Who does own it?
it is owned by a private family who owns it through a bank trust.
Are they here?
I'm here on their behalf. And I've brought if I might approach the bench, I've prepared a little exhibit showing where the subject property is and the adjacent
around.
tenants.
Well, we know where it's at.
We know where it's
Yeah. But it's a nice picture.
After competing with several other properties in the county, we are very pleased and proud to announce that we've signed a letter of intent with X Factor Trampoline. The principal partners are here, one of which is Vikas Sharma, who's available to answer any detailed questions about the operation.
Where is there one in operation now in this area?
And I'll let Vikas Sharma answer that.
Thank you for your time.
Why don't you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Vikas Sharma.
You want to spell it for,
It's Vikas, V-I-K-A-S, last name Sharma, S-H-A-R-M-A.
you get that?
If it's comfortable, call me Vic, that's fine with me.
And where's your offices at?
Right now, currently in Illinois, we have a trampoline park in Crystal Lake, Illinois, which is about, I believe, 18 miles from here.
I know exactly
Right off of Northwest Highway.
where my grandsons live.
There you go. I'm sure he has been there then.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yes,
All right, so there is one in operation there?
yes. We have, we are very popular over there. Our popularity has grown over 3 years with 30,000 plus registered members. And our Google star rating is 4.5, which is considered to be really good. That's it.
You had any
Pardon?
quads, paraplegics come out of there? Injuries?
Injuries? No, we do not have any major injuries, minor sprinkle, ankles,
And how do you,
sprain, nothing like
what do you have in place to
Well,
prevent that?
our employees are all trained. They get proper certification. I'm certified. I'm also a founding member of IATP, which is the International Association of Trampoline Park Worldwide. We are, right now in the U.S., we have over 280 parks coming in by the end of this year. Worldwide is a little over 360 trampoline parks. And our park, as I said, it's a little over 37,000 square feet, which is in Crystal Lake, Illinois. And most of our guests, they are middle school or high school. That's what we are, but we also cater to corporates for their outing, their team building events, also churches, district parks.
So you have an age and height requirement?
Actually, what we have is a weight requirement, and that is up to 300 pounds.
Okay, but what do you start, what age and
Age,
weight you
age we
start
start at, age requirement is about 6 and above, 6 years old and up. That's what we like to see them up there. But with the greater demand, we have open for Friday morning for 6 and under also, because we have seen a lot of parents, they come in, they like to spend time with them. So we do not want to involve 6 and under with the adult kids, youth. So we always encourage them to bring, so in that way, the parents and 6 and under, they are on trampoline together, monitoring them, taking care of it. So it's a good time as the parents, they love it, because by the time they leave from there after 2-3 hours, we only do one price for 3 hours, and the kids are ready to take a nap. So they go home, they enjoy it, parents love it, so.
Trustee Williams?
You said 6 years old and up to what age?
As I said, we have grandparents, we have parents also, those who come up there, depending on how they feel, if they are fit or not. If they feel that they can jump on the trampolines, we cannot tell them not to do it. If they're healthy, and if they like to be on the trampoline, that's fine, because most of the exercise, even when you look at heavyweight champions also, they actually practice on trampolines. Again, but most of the time what we see is our 98% of our guests, they are middle school and high school. So when it comes to parents, we do have parents' night. So that's where family can come together. We do it very, very nicely. Four family of 4 comes up there. They jump. They have package has pizza and drinks in it. So they have time together in the evening time. That's a weekday time. So they like to spend, so they do that.
Sorry,
too.
did you say you'd be serving food, pizza?
Well, here it is. The pizza we order right from the Domino's or somewhere. We don't.
pizza's
Yeah,
brought in,
exactly,
will not be
exactly.
prepared
Yeah,
there.
no, we will not have a kitchen up there.
Only,
no.
only the finest Domino's, right?
Pardon?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Yeah.
Domino's.
So
Yes,
it's
Only
not,
the finest, right?
Right,
Yeah, okay.
yes.
it's not just a children's recreational facility.
It is, the reason we say that, because we also have tactical laser
I
tag
don't
and.
think you can call it a children's if you're allowing adults and up to 300 pounds to be there.
Right, no, it's not only a children record, no, we also, as I said, we also do a corporate team building too up there, yes.
Again, it's not a children's recreational facility only.
Not only, no.
Was that part of the sign?
Well,
Part
that's
of
what
the-
it says in my notes.
No, but
right
what would
here.
what would the signage indicate?
The signage will say X Factor.
Trampoline.
That's
Trampoline
it.
park, or, it will say trampoline park, tactical laser tag, and inflatables.
What-
Inflatables,
And what
the
was-
bounce house, those,
Yeah.
they do, yes.
Trustee Schultz.
no,
Oh,
what-
okay,
excuse me.
okay.
I'm not done yet.
I thought you were done,
Okay.
you know.
Nope, I was waiting. Okay, I noticed your hours of operation you're requesting is Monday through Thursday, 4 to 8, Fridays 10 to 1 a.m.
Actually, I apologize, that's a typo. It's not 1 a.m., it's 12, and that is also subject to change. Our trampoline park in Crystal Lake, we had an hour Friday and Saturday because we do a mega hours that time for 4 hours in the end of the day. And what we notice is that about 11 o'clock, the rush dies down. So we have changed our hour over there to 11 o'clock. So we have no idea right now what we will see here. And again, I just happened to find out recently that there's a curfew time in Village of Vernon Hills at 12 o'clock after. So obviously, we will change that.
But the special use permit will likely say 12 o'clock or earlier as market dictates.
What is it for 17 and under, chief?
It's 11 o'clock Sunday night through Thursday night, midnight, Friday and Saturday nights.
Okay.
So that's what your
Right,
request would
yeah.
actually be.
Yes,
And
that's
if you
what it-
wanted anything else, you'd have to come in and ask permission. for
Yes,
that.
yes.
That it?
That's it for right now. Thank you.
Trustee Schultz.
I'm looking at the satellite view here, and you're talking 500 people in there. I'm only counting, I don't know, 30 spaces.
We're looking at about 80% plus our guests, they are dropped off. They get dropped off by parents. Most of our parents, what they do is they drop the kids off, then they go for shopping. And that's the reason we selected
Nice
this location.
story, but it ain't cutting it.
Well, here it is. Our present, okay, go ahead.
You take a look at Ultimate Athletics or Ultimate Gymnastics up in Wakanda there. I mean, it's in an industrial park, and they got a boatload of kids in there, and people are parked up and down that industrial street, and in places they shouldn't be parking in the lot. And this is on Lakeview Parkway. You ain't gonna park on Lakeview Parkway.
No.
You haven't got the parking.
Well, here it is. You know, but I understand what your concern is, and the same concern was in Crystal Lake, Illinois also. It is right off of Northwest Highway, and our
How many parking spaces do you have there?
we have actually less than here. Less than this parking, and we are sharing parking spot with our China Buffet, GNC, used to be there, Life Source also, and also right now there's
So in other words,
GameStop.
there's a lot of parking available, it's just that you only own fewer spots.
Well, here it is, the way, when winter happens, because winter time, the only parking spot that get plowed is what we do, which we have authorization to, and nothing else get plowed. Because there's one property up there which has not been used, so owners don't do that.
35 employees.
Looking at counting on those ones, we have less than 50 spots up there that we use. As I said, our 85% of our guests, they come in a group, they're dropped off. You know what, I would love to have, take a video of one of the weekends or the weekdays, actually, weekdays, if we see 15 kids coming up to our place or 20, we'll be very happy. It's a Friday and Saturday and Sunday is what our business is. And during that time, most of the time, as I said, 80 to 85% of our guests, they get dropped off, or they come in a group.
What's the required number of spots, Joe?
Our required number of spots for a recreational area within the Continental Executive Park is 1 space per 1,000 square feet. So they have 49 parking spaces currently on the property, and they've indicated that they plan on utilizing the existing dock bay area as well as an additional corner of the property for additional spaces, which will result in no variation being required per the annexation agreement.
Okay, at the YMCA, how many spots are there?
35.
The YMCA,
Yeah,
I have not counted those out.
there's probably more than 49.
If I may, please.
Well, wait, hold, no, you don't have the floor. And then, of course, Glacier, man, there's gotta be a couple of hundred. And how many square feet is Glacier?
Not sure.
It's not much bigger than this. Well, you know,
I mean, given the surrounding properties, I mean, they will have to park within their property. Blaststone had an agreement with an adjacent property to allow additional parking as it was required. With this particular property, they really will have to provide parking all within.
you have to have valet parking.
Almost.
Well, no, you can't park at we're not gonna let them park at the police department.
No.
And the Y's not, you know, I mean,
The Y has about 100 spots.
yeah, 100 spots, and that's about a 40,000 square foot building, and this is 59?
49.
49.
You know, I mean, he's gonna be, you know,
And they also have 35 employees.
Here's,
is
if-
that how
if
many
I
you
may-
got?
if
30
I-
Where you parking your
We
employees?
will have 30 to 35 employees, maybe 50 employees at a given
They
time, but
just
not at
dropped off
one
too?
given hour.
Are they just
It
dropped
is-
off?
Right.
They're just dropped off too? the employees?
No. Employees are, at any given shift, we will not have more than 6 to 7 employees. We do like to give part-time jobs to a lot of high schools and college kids, and that's how we have it at present location. And half of those employees do get dropped off because some of them don't have cars. They are in high school. Beside that, keeping in mind our 7,000 square feet area is only for parties. So we are counting part of the kids, those who are in jumping area, will be replaced into the party room. Beside that, our tactical laser tag, which we are counting for almost about 8,000 square feet, will have no more than 20 to 25 kids playing at one given time. So now all of a sudden, that 6,000 square feet, that parking space that we're looking at is down to 20 kids. And same thing, trampolines, we have 11,000 square feet of 12,000 square feet of trampolines, but the restriction on the trampoline at any given time is different. So this is how we are bringing it down. Inflatables, we'll have 3 or 4 inflatables. Each inflatables cannot have more than 6 people in there. So when you look at that way, at present location, we have 37,000 square feet of location, and our occupancy is a little over 560,000. Actually, it's 560. We are applying for another 100 occupancy because of new arena of tactical laser tag there. But we have never hit more than one day in last 3 years, we hit 410 guests at any given hour. We do not go more than that. I think we put down 500 guests up here because we go for 500 just in case if we have a church or somebody coming in, and then we don't have to come for temporary permit.
Well, I mean, again, with the fire department, for example, would they allow 500 people in that building?
That would be something that would be reviewed through the technical review process on capacity for the particular use.
Anybody on staff want to speak to that one?
I really wouldn't know with the occupancy.
That's a lot. It's quite a few people,
Right. Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Is your store, or is the building in Crystal Lake called the Mega Trampoline Fun Zone?
Yes.
Okay. Is it associated with, or are you adjacent to the Party City, GameStop, King Buffet?
Well, it is adjacent to that. Party City is not our property.
Okay.
We are not allowed to, but GameStop, King Buffet, it is, yes.
So is that part of the Crystal Court Shopping Center then?
Yes, it is a part of Crystal Court Shopping Center, yes.
Okay, so you have a large common parking spot, common parking lot that's associated with the shopping center that you can use, correct?
No, we cannot. Actually, the owner of, I think it was Garden Fresh Food, which is also, they have another here. They have restricted us on that one because of certain reason. They wanted us to be in their property, and we were negotiating it, terms didn't match. And when we asked them that we should be able to get your parking, can we park up there? They says no. So if you look at it, if there's a Google photograph.
Have they ever towed anyone, though?
No, they have never towed it, and that's one of the reason in winter time, they don't plow there. So that place has, so we plow out to a point where there's 3 lanes across, if you look at it on a Google map, if that's what you're looking at it on that, you will see that 3 lanes, and that's all we plow, and because that's where our boundary ends. We happen to own the property, that's why we only plow up to that point. So, and that's why I know exactly how many.
But people park in that lot.
No, not our customers, no.
No.
They do not. They do not park in our customer on that lot. We have never seen them parking up there either. Right now, the car that are parked there is actually being used by Jim Malady Nissan. They park their cars in that lot. They have leased it out to them.
And that's a great question. We asked that early on because we were competing with other properties that had considerably more parking. Obviously, we were very pleased that they picked us. They knew the parking restriction, and early on, they said, that's not an issue. Our customers are 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. They're not driving themselves here. They're getting driven by their parents. So there will be 6 to 7 or 8 employees plus the manager. So there will be some cars that are there during regular working hours, but.
So you basically have 3 rows of parking out in front of your building, and that's
3
it?
rows, yes, 3 rows of parking that has been shared by 4 businesses. And potentially, the whole building is actually 68,000 square feet property, that one, and which is 17,000 more available that somebody will be coming to take that parking also. And even with that, Saturday and Friday night and Friday evening and Saturday, all day is our busiest day, and we do not top the parking.
And do any of your staff park at the rear of the building?
No, none of that. There's strict instruction not to park in the rear because we value the safety. And we want to make sure that when they leave the property, they are in a proper area going from the front.
Got it. Thank you.
Chief?
You know, another possibility that they may be able to consider is that directly across the street is Target.
Yeah.
And there's that small outlot on the southwest corner where buses and trucks and oversized vehicles tend to park. None of the customers ever park there. They may be able to work out some agreement with Target for if the event they have overflow parking, they could use that.
So you're suggesting that pedestrians, young pedestrians cross Lakeview Parkway with
If
four
young
sight lines
pedestrians are driving their cars,
after they get dropped, if the car gets parked there?
I would hope that the parents would drop them off and the parents would go park the car. But there is a
However,
crosswalk.
the parents are too busy texting.
But there is a crosswalk with a traffic light and everything right there.
True.
Right. At the light.
Right, which is
Yeah,
right
no,
where
they're
the
gonna
parking
go
lot
over the
is.
mound.
Yeah, that's very possible.
I also like to that there's only 4 trampoline parks in the whole nation, those who are close to retail place. Mostly all are in warehouse situation where there are a lot of trucks and everything and there's no parking. And all of them, we're looking at almost about 200. At present, there's 180 trampoline park, plan to have 260 or 280 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
But out of that, almost like 170 park, 175 parks in warehouse situation where there's hardly any parking. And
Of
that
course,
is-
you sell passes too, right?
Pardon?
A pass where somebody can get in
Yes.
a lot of times.
And it's not a pass, no. We do not sell pass that they don't have a monthly membership, no. It's not a monthly membership that they come in anytime they like. Each time they come, they do pay for it. We do sell as a membership that allows them to get in discount entry, but not like Six Flags that you got season pass and then you just come in anytime you like. And that is another way of us controlling. Not only that, our system actually only will allow in one given hour so many customers to be there. After that, it won't even sell for that hour ticket.
So you cut it off at 500?
If we get 500, we will set it up as 5. If we get, let's say 400, 425, whatever you think that is the right number, we set the system up to that. So we know that it is not going to go more than that by default.
So your employees wear headphones?
Pardon?
Headphones?
They have walkie-talkies, yes. They
So
do
do they have anything for hearing
Yes.
protection?
Yeah, they
The
have.
decibel level in that place
Oh, no,
could
it's
probably,
not that much.
could probably create a noise-induced hearing loss.
I felt that way at Cheese on Saturday.
In fact, our.
We should probably have them do baseline audiograms there, you know?
Come to my preschool classroom.
Oh, my God. Why? Believe me.
Come on in.
I spent some quality time with Kathy's classes, man, you know. Okay, trustee Hebda.
You had talked about the children under age of 6. So if you do a party, are you going to do a party for like a 4-year-old group of kids?
No, we do not.
You do
We do not. We do not do birthday parties and things because at that time there will be other adults also jumping.
And what-
So we keep that to down. I mean, so
And how many corporate events have you sponsored in Crystal Lake, and how many people come to those corporate events?
in a corporate, the biggest corporate event we have done is our every year customers. The client is Willow Creek Church, and
How many people
they
come?
bring in. They do an overnight stay sometime, and sometimes they do the whole day stay, and that they bring in about 300 to 350 kids.
So where are we gonna, the kids, not, but you said you do corporate outings for adults, so they're gonna come in cars.
Corporate outing for adults, when we do that one, most of the time what it is when they come in, they do a carpool or they're coming in up there. But again, we have only done maybe about, last year we did 3. And they were not too big of a corporate. They're not like 100, 200 people now. 50, 60 people, that's it. That's what they do it because they book it half a day and that's all what they do it for 4 hours, 5 hours, that's it. Again, I said the Willow Creek that brings the most of the kids, they come in the buses, school buses.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, trustee Williams?
When people come in and they purchase, obviously, a ticket to get in, how long do they get to stay for that?
Well, their stay is for 1 hour or 2 hours.
1 to 2 hours?
1 to 2 hours. Besides, only the Friday night and Saturday night is our, we call it mega hours. And that time, we do it for 3 or maybe 4 hours, depending on what the location will allow us to do, depending on how the traffic is. That, we do it in the evening, end of the day. And that is, we sell it for one-time ticket for 3 hours. We'll probably do it, and our parents love that time. Because weekend, Friday, Saturday, parents get the time to get together, they go watch movie or they go dinner, and they drop the kids off. And they don't have to worry about it because they know then.
Of 6-year-olds?
No, not 6 years. No,
Oh,
not 6 years. Sorry. No, we're talking about, as I said, when I talk about it, we're talking about these kids are middle
Gotcha.
school or high
Junior
school.
high or
Right, exactly. That's what we focus on, middle or high school.
And I'm very interested, and you said that once the limit reaches 450 or whatever your number is, you would stop selling tickets.
Yes.
So then how would you know when it's dropped below that amount? Or is somebody counting as they leave
Yes,
then?
we change the wristband colors. So every hour, the wristband color changes. So monitors are keeping an eye on it. And they look at it, okay, fine, this is our now 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, it should be a different wristband on the floor. So we ask the kid, you know what, your wristband is, your time
Anybody
is
that's
out.
got a blue, get
Yeah,
it.
exactly,
Gotcha.
your time is out, you need to,
Just
yes.
leave. Okay, thank you.
Part of our due diligence, we went and visited the park in Crystal Lake on behalf of ownership, and we were just extremely impressed with the cleanliness and the organization, and I would invite you to stop in and take a look at the existing park. It made a huge difference in the way we viewed this opportunity for the property.
Yeah. That brought up another question.
Yes.
How often is your equipment wiped down, sanitized, I should say?
Every shift.
Every shift?
Actually, every shift, our equipment is supposed to be inspected.
What do you mean every
At
shift?
the end of every shift?
Our shift are 4-hour shifts. So we want to make sure that our employees, that's where we keep quite a bit of employees. And these are, we're looking at high school kids, those who wants to pay for their car insurance or pocket money. So we have, and summertime, we go all the way up to almost 50 employees because we want to make sure that all these kids, they have something to do. And every 4 hours, sometimes we have 6 hours, depending on who's working. Somebody might request, say, can I work for 6 hours? So we say, fine. A vacuum get done throughout the floor, every shift, end of shift. Garbage gets cleaned out of every shift. All that trampolines, when the new shift comes in, supervisor or manager who is there will make sure that they will check the trampolines. They walk around, they take a look at it. The detailed cleaning of the trampolines get done end of the night. And what we do is to keep it sanitized, properly clean. Every customer who comes in guest has to wear socks, which is provided by us. It's a non-slip socks, and it's also part of insurance to make sure that. So what that does, it keeps the trampoline off of sweat, no sweating from the feet up there, very, very clean. So our trampoline, in fact, they are now about 3.5 years old, but if you look at it, you will see it looks like a brand new. We don't have any smell of sweat smell up there. It doesn't smell like gym, our location. Yeah.
Well, I have one comment, not question, but a comment. I certainly hope that this does work. I have advocated since before I was on the board many years ago that we needed a place for our youth or teenagers to go to other than the mall. And this is a good athletic thing for them to do. And I know they love it. I've got 2 grandsons, even though they're little, they've got their own little trampoline and they're on that thing all the time.
The one that's the caged one.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, you don't want the kid taking a header every
Oh,
other.
absolutely not. That was going to be the follow-up to that. Are your trampolines, is there netting around them or something, or no?
There they are,
Yes,
there.
actually,
I
if-
can't see that far, I'm sorry.
45-degree angle.
These
Super.
trampolines,
I can see it there, yes.
They have wall offs at 45 degrees.
Very
And,
good. I
the
did
wall
read
goes
that,
about
but I wanted
8
to make
9
sure.
feet high. And the trampoline, actually, you don't climb on the trampoline. You actually walk right onto the trampoline. So we have platform right at the level of trampoline. So there's, again, as I said, we have taken every single measure to make sure that the kids are safe.
And
at the
you
place.
have like posted do's and don'ts, right? I mean, do you review these with these kids every time they come there?
The kids would not enter the trampoline park unless they look at the safety video. So once they purchase, where they will be standing in a lobby, there will be monitors with the video running constantly. So even if they're waiting, Again, I'm a true believer of, my grandparents used to say, they keep on used to telling me things. And, I go, why are you telling me this thing? He says, you will remember when you need it. So that's what it is.
But
And
you're not formally required to stand there and watch?
yes, we are. We are actually.
There's somebody supervising that?
Yes, yes.
Because I was going to say the kids can.
No, it's
probably-
part of our insurance. We have to have,
okay,
yes.
yeah.
It's a part of insurance, so while they're waiting, we're still running the video, but after they purchase the ticket, they cross the door, they have to watch the full video. Even if they say, oh, we already watched it while we're waiting. No, you still have to watch full video.
Watch it again.
Yes. Now, during this time, while we are inside the park, we still have monitor videos running. Over there also, we will have 3 to 4 screens. Those will show the safety videos keep on running. And every court has a safety rules placed up there.
And there's no requirement to wear a helmet?
No. A requirement is not to wear a helmet. In a tactical laser tag, yes. In tactical laser tag, we have done is we have a helmet with a visor in front of it to make sure that kids don't bump into each other.
And what are they playing?
Tactical laser tag?
Laser tag.
Laser.
It's a laser, right.
Oh, you know,
What makes it tactical? What
What it makes it a tactical is laser tag is all your plastic equipment with a jacket and a battery backup. This particular toy has actually all the equipment built into it. It's a Bluetooth. They just give it a name as a tactical. So it looks like a good, nice toy. Looks like a replica of any other weapon that they use it as a tactical laser tag, which I didn't want to use the word. But everything is built into one unit.
All right.
And
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
yeah, so everything is, so if it works, so it's not too much of equipment they are waiting, it's not having them, weighting them down, that's the whole thing, yeah.
What do you do about the kids in the parking lot? I mean, if their parents don't come right away, they're out there as a group of kids waiting around. Fairview's a pretty busy street. It's 2 blocks from 60.
We, at our present location also, we do not allow them to sit up there. We always tell them if in the night, especially if Friday night and Saturday night, and if we see them, normally what happens, we can see them sitting right outside the window up there, and we see them come on inside. Wait inside once your parents come in. So we always keep an eye on them. We will have cameras outside in the parking lot. The security is a big thing. We're probably going to have maybe about 40, 45 cameras all around. It's part of insurance.
Okay, that picture there again, on the floor. How many of these, I guess, cages are you gonna have?
Oh, these right up there?
Trampolines.
Trampolines, it depends on square footage. Each trampoline is about 70 square feet. So it depends on how big we want it, but these are the most expensive parts.
Okay, for example, in that picture, how many trampolines are in that area?
Well, in that picture, we're going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking at probably about 20
Well,
trampolines.
is that representative of the trampoline area in Crystal Lake? Or is it like sometimes 30 or 40?
No, it is not exactly because they're custom made. So each area has its own custom made. So once we are all set for this location, architect will come to the location.
So you
and-
get the multiple of that, of something.
Yeah, it's all in one frame.
20 or
It's all in one frame, and the frame is so heavy frame that you can put a locomotive on it, it's not going anywhere. It's not different trampolines put together. It's all in one frame. Yes. So once they do it, they have different courts. So you got dodgeball court, to kids to play dodgeball on trampoline.
Do you let them bring in their own little needles to take the air out of it so you can really grab it?
No,
Okay.
no. We actually make sure that they don't even wear baseball cap there. And no keys, no cell phones on the trampoline. We're
Did you ever play dodgeball?
Oh, yes, I do all the time with my kids. I got 13 years old daughter,
Okay.
16 years old son. They love it.
Can you really grab it?
Can't throw it.
Oh.
Yeah, it won't go too fast.
I used
no.
to enjoy it when you took a little air out because you had your pin and you could wrap the ball around your opponent's face. You would kind of, because they'd have a red face the whole day if you really got them.
No. These are foam balls. These are exactly foam. You can push them in, and then you leave it, it comes back up.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you try to throw it,
So
they
it's not
won't.
like the movie, huh?
Oh, no.
No.
Will you three guys go
I was
there?
just
Would you
gonna
go
ask
there?
them that.
Tom, would you go there? You guys would, like if you did a Boy Scout outing, you guys would go there?
It's
Probably
funny,
would,
Cindy, 'cause
yeah.
I was
I just was
going,
wondering, because that's the crowd
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're probably.
We do a lot of
Yeah,
Boy Scout,
fantastic.
Girl Scout, Little Leagues.
Yeah, where you go
Yeah,
and-
we do a lot of them, yeah.
Sure.
All right, so where are we going with this parking issue, though?
I don't know.
Well, the parking requirements, I mean, are met per our zoning.
Yeah, you don't need a variance.
The parking counts work with our existing code as relates to parking calculations for recreational facilities within the Continental Executive Park. However, as part of a condition for a special use, we certainly can have them explore shared parking agreements with adjacent or surrounding property owners.
Well, there's nobody that's contiguous to them that they can do that with, except go across the street.
The closest to.
That's a
police
big
department.
difference.
It's the only place.
Since we're not doing it, because you never know when the squads are gonna be roaring out of there for
Well,
some
I don't
reason.
think they have much extra parking either.
We proceed cautiously.
Yes.
Okay, well then, but we're not gonna enter into a cross easement agreement. And I can't imagine the Y is either, because they're operating up until at least 10 o'clock at night, aren't they? You know? So you know what I mean, unless, I guess, you know, and there's no sidewalk on that side of the street to even think about going to Glacier. You know that, don't you? You know where the sidewalk is?
Yes, I do.
Where's the sidewalk at?
It's across the street.
It's on the other side of the street.
Right, and again, we competed, the other sites had substantially more parking, and that was not an issue right out of the gate for them. And I think part of it is that their experience with their existing park shows them that they don't need more than the parking that's existing there. I think we also created a little exhibit for the village that we will probably share with the the planning commission to demonstrate the hours and what we anticipate as far as traffic and car count.
Okay.
Mr. Sharma brought the other three principals. They're going to participate. I'd really like for him to at least introduce them. They've been here for so long.
You know what, we may be ready to move on with this. Trustee Schultz, you want to make a motion or something?
Well, I was just going to tell the petitioners that your biggest fan is probably my granddaughter. She was at your location, I believe, on Saturday night, and she had a great time, recommends it highly. With that being said, I'm going to disappoint my granddaughter. I'm going to be a no. This is not the right building. I want you here. Sounds like you run just a spectacular operation, but your building is not right for this in my mind. We got 29,000 square feet, the old Navy building, and there's a gazillion parking spaces over on Route 6, or on Route 21 there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Where?
but this is not the right building for this.
The one that's the Halloween store.
Yeah, I
The,
got
the,
it, I got
the
it.
blast zone
Next to
has
Sam's
about
Club.
150 parking spaces. I don't know if they ever fill it up, but your 49 or whatever is way, way too short in my mind, because I lived that nightmare at Ultimate Athletics or whatever the heck it was when I was schlepping my granddaughter out there all the time. So
Where did you go, Jim?
Wakanda.
To their facility?
No. I'm talking about Ultimate Athletics or.
No, where did you take your granddaughter?
Oh, their place out in, I didn't take her. She was there with a group of her friends, softball players.
In what town?
Out there at Crystal Lake.
Oh, okay.
His
Oh,
facility.
there's more parking there?
Yeah, there's, during the summertime, there's a lot more access to shared parking. And people don't tow, even though, they say that you have a disagreement with, that's not germane to this discussion. What is germane is, I'm a no for that location, but please, please, find another location in town, because it sounds like you're a great enterprise and really would like to have you here.
Okay. Anybody else want to comment on it?
I have one more question. How many parents are usually there at you know,
As a
any given,
spectator.
on a Friday or Saturday night?
Friday, Saturday night, we are, maximum, I would say, maybe 20, 25 parents, no more than that. We
So they're
have,
the
a-
only
we,
ones driving.
yeah, absolutely. And also to add one more thing, in summer, our business is the least business because all the kids are out playing. Winter is what our business is. Summer, we do half the business what we do in winter. So that's why when I said the parking point up there, that we only plow up to that point, and that's the only parking we use. So that's why I'm very confident when it comes down to the parking, that I know I would not put in over $1.5 million in some way. I would not be succeeding.
Right.
So,
You know what, I was confused also. I mean, you've got a limited number of trampolines. It's one person on a trampoline at any
Yes.
given time. How do you get to 500 people in that building?
well, because it's not only trampoline, we got inflatables, we have arcade, and then we have a tactical laser tag. And again, same time, while not everybody's on trampoline, I would say about 20% of kids, they'll be on and off. You can't, it's like 1,000 calories an hour you burn on trampolines. They get tired very fast. Yeah.
And also, as trustee Marquardt just pointed out, if you've got teenagers in there, teenagers tend to maneuver in packs, so to speak. There's always multiples in a car.
Exactly,
so
yes.
That certainly cuts down. I was concerned about the parking when I first read this, but now that I understand more about what you're doing, you're the one that's going to be hurting if there's no parking space.
No,
And true, I mean, the Old Navy store, it does sit there empty right now, and it is a good location. I'm sure you've looked around before you made your selection.
The space is not enough.
Ah, okay. Okay. With that in mind, I'd like to recommend that this be moved forward to planning and zoning for public hearings.
I'll second it.
Trustee Cook.
In looking at your floor plan, which indicates that it's a rough draft, so a lot of my decision will be made on when I see what you're actually going to do.
Yes.
You said arcade. That's not even mentioned on here.
Arcade is actually right where the yellow portion is, which is a mezzanine level.
Okay.
We'll put an arcade on top and on the bottom. So on a mezzanine, a little kids game will be on the top, and the youth kids, the high school kids, their games will be on the bottom of the underneath the
So
mezzanine level.
the yellow area.
Yes.
Okay. Right, thank you.
Okay, is there any other comments from the board? And are there any other comments from staff on this one?
We will take a close look at parking and make sure that they do explore alternative options to, as well as look at their existing facility and verify what their parking calculations are, and make sure that that information is passed along both to yourselves as well as the Planning and Zoning Commission to verify that this site actually does work with the existing parking available.
And this is a concept, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Bob can
Bob,
give
can
the
you-
speech now.
Yes, I can give my little speech. So this is a concept review. The point of this is to give you a preliminary reaction from the board members. Nothing that is said tonight is binding. You're going to be, if you choose to proceed, go through the technical review, you'll go to the Planning and Zoning Committee and come back. And it'll only be the vote of the village board at that time that is binding. So this is just to give you a sense of what their initial reaction is.
Got it.
Okay, any further comments or questions? I don't necessarily disagree with trustee Schultz, but
agree.
we'll certainly try to keep it an open mind as best we can. But I'd feel a lot more comfortable if you had the ability to do the cross easement deal, and you don't have it at this site. Got a good price though, right?
We have a good location.
You got a good price. I'll give you a good location.
We
Yeah, okay,
actually-
yeah, it's a great location, I agree. You know, I mean, the Swarns can be there, yeah,
I
they
was
can
just gonna
walk
say
there.
that. He
Yeah, if
feels
there's
that
some
he's
kind
next
of
door to the police
There's some
department
kind of
as
a
well.
problem, though, the Swarns
Exactly.
can walk there, but, yeah, you don't have, that's an inherent problem, so, you know. Okay, I guess roll call by now, or did Bob do his speech? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, roll call.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz?
No.
Yeah, and for the record, I'd vote, maybe.
Present.
Present. I'll go present. Yeah, I'll go present on this one.
Yeah. Well, my eyes, just to go forward, I still want to see, there's a lot of
Right.
details left to see.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Motion
Thank you.
carries. Can we take a roll call? Are we gonna end this meeting now?
Yes, and then we're going to go
Is
executive
there a
session.
motion to adjourn committee of the whole and go into, closed session to discuss?
For the purposes of pending litigation pursuant to Section 2-C-11 of the Open Meetings Act, for personnel, the appointment, the employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of an employee or employees pursuant to the same section, collective bargaining between the village and its employees' representatives pursuant to the same section, Section 2-C-2 of the Open Meetings Act. So that's it.
So made.
Second.
Motion is second, roll call, please.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Grebe?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
The motion carries, thank you, and good night.
I don't think so. I have to do it here. I'm trying to get rid of this ice.